Welcome to Between the Ears Quick Pour, where we talk J.J. Spahn's great open victory.
How about yourself, Chris? What are your thoughts on JJ?
Yeah, I think JJ did a great job. I think how he responded initially to how his ball hit the flagstick was really interesting for me. And, you know, I don't know him. I don't know how he actually kind of went through the process of resolving that mentally and how he processed that with his caddy during the round. But to me, when I was watching it, I certainly reflected on it to feel like a player that has that happen to him when he hits a shot, he's been preparing for an event and rising quite a bit from a ball striking standpoint. And, you know, a response may have been potentially that, wow, my ball striking's so good that I hit a US Open stick, basically that's, you know, an inch wide because it's a little bit bigger than a tour stick in the US Open. And yeah, I got a bad break, but my dispersion and my yardage control is so good that I'm knocking down flag sticks. And yeah, I got a bad break, but I am looking forward to the rest of this round because I'm on point and I'm ready to roll.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And
that's
then
great. That's that attribution stuff. That's so important. That's figuring out, you know, the meaning of what's happening. Oh gosh, yeah. It wouldn't be too surprising if you had a thought like that.
Yeah.
What a great frame.
Possibly, you know, I mean, he really dealt with that adversity very well through the opening holes. And, you know, I look at things differently than probably most viewers watching a golf tournament. I'm watching the caddy, I'm watching the player, I'm watching how they walk, I'm watching their pace and their processes. And, you know, he was very consistent throughout that adversity. And I think that's what stood out for me.
So Mike and Chris, what are your thoughts on if there wasn't a rain delay? Like if he physically couldn't be taken off the course and he physically changed his outfit and all these little, again, reframes and cues of kind of starting again. What do you think the rain delay did for him? And what do you think might have happened if that rain delay did not show?
Yeah, I'll take that one
What do you
first.
think, Chris?
I think he was equipped with the resources and tools to be able to manage that if the rain delay didn't happen. And I think he certainly did what he did during the rain delay, but I think he probably had a plan to maybe kind of reset or reframe his process, even if he would have stayed on the golf course. Even during the rain, you know, you kind of look at his mannerisms during the showers. And of course, you know, I was fortunate enough to be up there on Wednesday and it didn't rain on Wednesday, but knowing that golf course well, it literally could be raining on one side of the Pennsylvania Turnpike and not over there on 14, 15, or 17, even though it's really only just a mile and a half or 2 miles away. And, you know, the element of surprise and how you kind of perceive that was really interesting. And I think he had the resources. I think he had a plan in place to be able to reset or at least step back and be more patient and stick to the process of everything he had done leading up to the event in preparation and knowing that he was going to execute his game plan regardless of how it played out.
That's great. I would give him the benefit of the doubt too with that. Just because what happened, it's easy. And he even mentioned that he thought it was helpful to him, but we see this all the time. People do things and then they point to it as the reason why it may have helped them, but it may not have helped at all. It may have just been what he did, and it's just been a part of the process he went through at that point. I think Chris makes a great point where you would think he would be ready for any situation like that, especially, again, at the U.S. Open, when the expectations likely are for the players that bogeys are going to be part of your experience there. And maybe not 5 in a row, but I think that he would probably have been just as prepared. On the other hand, I do see how sometimes changing clothes and feeling as though you've got a fresh start can help. It certainly can.
Yeah.
And so I would also say that it's possible that it really did help him, but it's just so hard to say. But Could be either way.
Make sure you follow us live on YouTube on Between the Ears, the last Wednesday of each month.